Up, though? It's your boy Foreman. We back with another Madden 20 head-to-head gameplay. And before we get into these gameplay, guy, if you can pause the video and drop a like. All the likes, the subs, and the shares really help the channel. The more likes I get on the videos, the more likely YouTube is to suggest the video to other people who are searching videos. And if I can get the video trending with likes and bring in more content, well, not more content, but more eyes to the channel, it will continue to allow our channel to grow and expand on the community. So please, guys, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Now I'm bringing you guys a highly requested video, which is not how to completely stop, but how to contain the run. And this game I probably should not have won. Now right here, he stops me on first down. I roll out the pocket prematurely, but I hit my check down to pick up some positive yards. He was sending 5 all game, but when I would block 6, I still wasn't able to completely pick up the pressure. As you see right here, he'll send 5, but I'll block 6. But it will always be a blown assignment. As you see, he really actually got dual edge pressure right there. So what would happen was I would have to block 7 people, and sometimes his pressure would still come in. So initially, just because my receivers or whomever I block, sometimes the awareness doesn't kick in, and sometimes they just don't block. So he made me completely one-dimensional, so I had to rely on my defense again to stop the run. Now a key to stopping the run is sealing the edge. Right here he comes out in a wing flex, and I already know this can't be what I was in, couldn't be my run defense, but I wanted to see what he was in, what he ran. So right here I'm trying to seal off the edge and use my user to stop him and blow up runs and shoot the gap. So a key to stopping the run is always seal the edges, as you see I do right there. Slide your linebackers out on the hash marks, so when guys do run those stretches, you can have somebody already out there to kind of come down and force cuts on the inside. The stretch is extremely overpowering this year, so what you want to do is make them either run east and west for as long as you can until you can make the tackle. Because if they're able to run north and south and make those first cuts quickly, then you're more than likely to lose that game, because that stretch will eat you up all day as we drop an interception and force him to take 3, which was key for us, because we know it's going to be tough to run because he has the Rams, and with Donald, he block sheds everything, and it allows those linebackers to run a lot freely. As you see again right here, I try to pass, I come out, I block 6, and as you see, actually I'm going to block 7 right here. I'm blocking 7 against his 5, and for whatever reason, actually, as you see, he got a quick block shed from Donald. And with Donald being so good this year, it makes it extremely tough to pass against the Rams, because you literally don't get as much time in the pocket. So this game, he was able to really cripple my pass game, because I was never able to really get it off the ground, because he was sending a nice blitz and Donald was coming free every time off a block shed. And that's why I say I probably shouldn't have won this game, because when you become too one-dimensional, you're extremely easy to stop. And it came to a point where I just did nothing but just run the ball, try to get 3, and play defense. That was my game plan this game, because it was just one of those games. No matter what I did, as you see me double teaming Donald, he did a good job of actually moving Donald around on the D-line. Sometimes he'd be at D tackle, sometimes he'd be at the left or right end, just so it'd be harder for me to find him and identify him. As you see, he comes screaming off that right end, even though I'm blocking more than enough to pick him up. So again, as you see, I try to contain the edge, but Gurley gets that stiff arm animation, nothing I can do, but we still hold him to 4 yards. Another thing I do, as you see, I bring my safety down in the hole, because I'm spreading my line, and if he runs those halfback dives, I want my safety to be able to shoot the gap. And another tip for you guys is, if you bring your safety down the hole as I blow the tackle, if you know that it is a run, as soon as he hikes the ball, click the right stick. And when you click the right stick, what that does is the people who aren't in the run fit, safeties and corners, etc., it makes them come down and play the run. As soon as you click that stick, those guys will run down, as we snagging right there for the pick with Flowers. We get tackled, so we can't take it back. But I knew he couldn't pass the ball, so I'm just like, I'll just run the ball. I'll get 3 if I can break some big runs, and then I'll play D, and I know I can stop him as I break a nice run with Penny. But yeah, if you're going to bring your safeties down, as soon as you know that it is a run, click the right stick. That will have everybody in the run fit and those outside of the run fit come crashing down towards the running back, and it'll help you contain the run a lot better. So make sure you guys get that into your gameplay, clicking that right stick. Another thing you guys can do, if these guys run these condensed run sets where you have a corner on the left or right side of the field who does not have a receiver lined up on that side of the field, take that cornerback and man him up on the tight end. And what that does is as soon as he hikes that ball, what will happen, because he's in man, he's going to attack the tight end. And because he's attacking the tight end, he'll come down to play the run a lot better as I break a big run, score 7. So I'm up 7-3. The game plan hasn't changed. I now know I can run the ball out of this formation. Passing, I still don't have enough confidence to pass yet. So I'm just going to play run D, contain Gurley, run the ball, and try to get out of here with a win. I know for a fact I can shut down this pass. My only concern is shutting down Gurley, and when he comes out in these formations, is stopping the RPOs. If he comes out in a formation like this, the same setup. I still want to get my linebackers out on the edge, but what I want to do is put my linebackers in flat routes just in case he does go to the RPOs. I can have my linebackers shooting those gaps on those RPOs for those interceptions. If you're playing a guy who runs RPOs a lot, what you also can do is pass commit, but then you would more so have to be focused on blowing the run up with your user. So if you notice, when I come out in 4-4 split, which is my run defense, I always drag my right outside linebacker right, far right. Because as soon as he hits that stretch, I want right to shoot that gap on the outside. And then whoever my fastest linebacker is, which is Griffin, is who I'll use her. And then I'll try to come across the field to make a tackle just in case he breaks it. So for me, containing a run is all about my user and sealing the edge. As far as the halfback dive, I'm confident in my ability to stop the halfback dive with just my user. I feel like if I shoot the gap well enough, I'll be able to hit him at the line of scrimmage. The one thing you can't stop this year are the broken tackles, because with X Factor abilities, it's easy, extremely easy to break tackles and get into the open field. So that's why I say containing the run, because you'll always have games where guys will just break those big ones and there's nothing you can do. Right there, he gets a nice little throw in traffic, which allows him to get 3. But I'm not really concerned because I've done a really good job of containing Gurley. As you see right there, I get a block shed. Another thing I do is I also spread my D-line. Now, you can crash him inside if you want to, but I found out spreading my D-line allows me to get quicker block sheds when guys come out in those formations. The only thing is, if you're going to spread that D-line, you have to be extremely cognizant of those inside runs. As you see right now, my linebackers are set a little bit outside the hash mark, so they're keeping Gurley inside, and we're doing a really good job of containing the run. Right here, I know I forced him to pass. I don't have any confidence in his pass game, as that should have been an interception, but I didn't get the animation, but we did get him to drop the ball. So it's a big 4th down for him, because I feel like if I get the ball, I'll be able to run and I'll be able to put points on the board. But as long as I continue to contain Gurley, I do not feel he'll be able to move the ball on me. Right here, he comes out and gun empty tray, so you already know we're going to scream at him. We're going to send some pressure, force him to get that ball out quick, and try to get a turnover. So again, got tips for stopping the run. Move your linebackers out to the hash marks so you can force the run back inside, because most people are running stretch as we get the sack. If you bring your safety into the run, into the box, don't bring him so deep where the linemen pick him up. A lot of people don't know. The closer you get to the O-line, then it's easy to ID Mike you, and it's the linemen register you as a threat or a blitzer, so it's easier to pick you up. So as you see with my user, I don't come too close to the line. I usually play about 5 to 6 yards back, and then I shoot the gap. So that's another thing you want to do, and make sure you click that right stick if you are 100% sure you know he's running. because if you click that stick and it's not a run, you can put yourself in danger, sometimes getting beat over the top. But it's a really effective tip that I use all the time for stopping the run. As you see, I'm double teaming him. I'm double teaming Donald, and I'm IDing the Mike there to make sure my lineman picks him up. And what I do is, that's a tip if you want to run the ball. I don't immediately go outside. I cut inside a little bit just to give my lineman time to pick up that safety for me to get to the next level of the run. So right here, he comes back out with Gurley. Boom, we blow him up in the backfield. We did an 12 rushes, 48 yards is extremely good this year on Madden as far as stopping the run. If I can hold you under 4 yards, if I can hold you to 4 yards to carry, I'm happy because I know eventually I'll blow something up and I'll get a tackle in the backfield. Right there, as you see, my safety makes the play. I bring him down a little bit. I click that stick. He comes down on Gurley, gets off a block, wraps up Gurley for a 2 to 3 yard gain. And then once he comes out in these pass formations, I come out in my pass D. I know the only run he can give, and also it's really good to know which runs, as I snag him right there, are in which formations. So I know out there cluster, the only run he's going to do is like probably like a base. And so I'll just slide my line over to the opposite side of the running back, and try to get a block shed there. So right here, I'm in complete control of the game. I'm running the ball well. My run defense is doing a really good job of containing them, and I'm playing an extremely slow pace. And the pace is so slow that my opponent knows if I get up 2 possessions, the game is essentially over because he's struggling to move the ball. He's struggling to get across that 50-yard line right now. I know that my defense is the strong point of my game. Even though I'm able to pass, these type of games where I'm just running the ball don't bother me, especially when I'm playing against guys who I'm having that type of day where my linemen and my wide receivers, tight ends aren't picking up the blitz like they should. So again, I come out in the pass. I bring across Lockett so I can block 7 and try to get some type of pickup on the blitz because my guys haven't been doing that. So right there, we do a really good job. I'm able to hit the corner route and for a nice gain. They finally recognized the blitzers and the threats, and they picked them up. We double teamed Donald, and we were able to hold, something that my line was not doing earlier. So again, we're going to go back to my run game. If I score here, the game is over. He knows that. So let's get back to talking about this run game and stopping the run. Also, a really good tip for you guys is timing. You can also learn snap counts because a lot of people snap the ball around the same time, so it allows you to be able to shoot the gap with your middle linebacker. If you are a D-line user, you will have a lot more trouble stopping the run. Just being honest with you guys, you'll have to more so go towards 3-4 bear all-out blitzes to try to get the same type of pressure that a linebacker user or a safety user can get by just shooting the gaps. So if you are a D-line user, you can still stop the run, but you'll have to take more severe measures to do so. So right here, he brings his guys in the box, which I'm not a huge on user in the safety because that's my last line of defense. And if I'm able to outstick you on the safety, then I'm gone. Right there, I cut up. He does a good job coming down and making the tackle with his safety. But if I juke that safety, I'm gone. I'm a linebacker user. I want to use my linebacker. And if I get out of position, I already know I have help over top. So please, move those linebackers out. What I would do is move these linebackers out a little bit more so I could seal the edges. Right there, he doesn't do that. So what I do, I get a quick release to the outside. It's an easy pickup of yards. But guys get so focused on sending the same type of blitzes that they don't really have run D. They're just hoping that the blitz comes on the run. Now right here, he does a good job of bringing that linebacker out on the outside on the left, but he should have done the same on the right side to seal the edge on me. And then bring his linebacker out right there. He gets a nice shoot because I run the halfback lead dive. And then use his safety up top to run me down if I'm able to get outside. But again, that's how I stop the run. I take away the edge with my linebackers. My middle linebacker I use to shoot the gap, and my other outside linebacker I move him out wide to take away the stretch. My main goal always is to take away the stretch and shoot the gap with my user. If you guys got any more questions, please drop them down in the comment section. Drop down the base defenses you guys run to stop the run, and then I'll answer any questions you guys have in the comment section. Drop down any ideas you have for my next video. I'm still trying to get